Hello, I'm Jack Rowland and I'm standing in Seaton for the East Devon District Council elections, and I'm representing the East Devon Alliance as an independent. In late 2017, a decision was made to remove the hospital beds from Seaton Hospital. So ever since that time, 38% of the space in the building has been empty. Now that, in my opinion, has left the hospital site very much at risk because legally it's owned by NHS Property Services and they charge a commercial rent to people that are renting space there, such as NHS clinics, but it also means they're underwriting the empty space. Now, they're not going to do that indefinitely, so in my opinion that's always left the hospital at risk as to whether it could be sold off altogether and end up being sold potentially to a developer for building housing. So last year I set up a Seaton Area Health Matters group, which is covering a range of subjects to do with health provision in Seaton, but one of our driving main themes is what are we doing about the hospital site to try and secure it. So for the last 5 months we've been putting together a business plan to present to the Devon Clinical Commissioning Group of the people that can make the decision at the end of the day about what's going to happen with hospital sites. That business plan has now been submitted, and only this week I've had an acknowledgement of that and an agreement that they're prepared to meet us next month. So we're just trying to sort out a date and a time and a venue for that to happen. And hopefully that's going to progress it because at that meeting will be obviously representatives from the Clinical Commissioning Group, but also from the Royal Devon and Exeter Trust and NHS Property Services. If I can give an example, one of the things that I was very keen to do was actually to get the hospital registered as an asset of community value. The people that don't know what that actually means is the only people that can register assets of community value are East Devon District Council. So through the Town Council I've got agreements that a proposal went in from the Town Council to register the hospital as an asset of community value. It took 8 months to get a reply back from East Devon District Council, and the reply was, no, we can't register it, doesn't fulfil the requirements of being something that is of community value, which is a total nonsense. And it also said in their letter, there's no right of appeal. Well, that to me is a red rag to the bull straight away. So I did some more investigation and actually found out in other areas of Devon, other district councils had registered hospitals as assets of community value. So I went along to the next available full council meeting to raise this as a formal question in public and in front of all the other councillors that were present, and still had the same answer back from the officers. Well, it transpires as well that that decision is made by delegated powers to the officers. So the original request doesn't even get debated by the councillors or in public. So that begs the question in my mind, how many other things are done by delegated powers which never see the light of day or get debated by councillors? So that's another reason why I want to become a member of that council, to try and look into these matters and get things changed. I love Seaton because the location is fantastic for a start off. Most people love coming to this part of Devon anyway, and we're privileged to be able to actually live here. So the reasons I came down here in the first place, 14 years ago now, which I find difficult to believe, was actually for family reasons. My partner's mother, her health was beginning to deteriorate, so we had to make a decision, and we're going to come down here to support her. So we made the decision to move. And I don't regret that at all. I'm now in the fortunate position that I'm now retired, still got a good level of fitness, took a great interest about what was going on locally anyway, and actually went along to a lot of the town council meetings to observe what was happening. And having seen what was happening, that gave me the incentive to think, why don't I get involved more, rather than sitting on the sidelines and perhaps just criticising or thinking, why aren't they doing X, Y and Z? That's too easy just to sit on the sidelines. You need to actually get involved if you want to change something.